Okay, so first date 1144 part 2 was interrupted. Important stuff. So confirmation that you can get, and this is private confirmation. It's personal, like interpersonal. You don't need to go to people to ask, is this what this means? Okay. Within a 7-day period. I talked about this also on my old channel, Universal 144. Okay. Take it away. So, you can ask yourself these questions, and the universe is so easy to work with. And it doesn't matter denomination, belief system. Energy is energy, okay? So, this is hypothetical. If I were to tell myself, and you're grounded, you kind of must be grounded when you ask these questions, and balanced. Some people call it meditation, but I'm not going to get on a rant here. The basic gist. Sometimes, like, you're in a bathtub, right? Salt water. Perfect. Very cleansing, this and that. Drinking a cup of tea in the bath, this and that. And you ask yourself this thought form. There's no distractions, this and that. Nothing crazy is going on in the house to distract you from the thought form when you are in the bathtub sipping your tea, okay? Or whatever the hell you sip, but... So, you ask yourself this question, you have to give it a command, right? The thought form, because you are a energy vessel, right? So you say, hypothetically, if in the next 7 days, and you want to work with moon cycles, so new moon, full moons are going to be very deceptive and erratic, especially if there is a Mercury retrograde within that cycle of a new moon or a full moon. Mercury retrograde, Mercury is a planet of communication. Why am I teaching you guys this shit? Okay? You guys should know this by now. Okay? If you guys actually even understand energy flow. And I'm not trying to talk down. I'm just mad that I'm trying to explain something that's so stupid to explain. So, any retrogrades, especially a Mercury planet retrograde, it's going to be a little off. However, if there is if you were born in a Mercury retrograde during the time of your birth, there is a Mercury retrograde, okay? Check the degree that it was in. I'm teaching again, what the fuck am I doing? Check the degree that it was in. Also check the north and the south node. And also any other planets that were in retrograde during the time of your birth. Because sometimes you could have multiple planets in retrograde when you're born, but Mercury retrograde when you're born, if you ask this question, you can still get the same result. I should write a book on this and sell it, but people already know how to do this. I'm just telling people who don't know. So it won't affect you if you were born in a Mercury retrograde. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay? But if you were born without a Mercury retrograde, Mercury was not in retrograde, then I would hold off on asking these questions, like when you're relaxed, balanced, meditating. But it's within always a 7-day period, within a new moon or a full moon. I stay away from full moons because I know where the moon was when I was born. So if you were born within a 7-day period of a full moon, maybe you should ask during meditation this question. But hypothetically, you'll say, I will see somebody, and this is just a stupid thing. This is not what I do. But you can start this way. I will see somebody with a green shirt within a 7-day period that sticks out to me when I am out and about and in the flow. And that is a key, in the flow of doing your responsibilities, your tasks, okay? You're living. You're not like hermit in the house. You ain't gonna see 3 people with green shirts if you're just in your house, you know. You know what I mean? Because you're not participating in life, okay? So that's, hopefully that made sense. Or you could say, I will see, because I pay attention, everything's a number. I pay attention to numbers and letters, and every letter has a number harmonic to it. So do colors as well, okay? Every color is a number. Everything, every atom is a number. It has, look at the periodic table. Everything has an atomic mass, it has a melting point, it has, and it's all numbers. That's all we are, just a bunch of number codes. So you can get really crazy with it, and you can say, I will see a license plate that has these 2 letters in it and this 1 number, when it just happens naturally when I'm driving. Okay. I used to commute long way down in Kansas City, so I worked 3 different jobs. So I would see license plates all the time and stuff like that, and I'd ping, you know, off that, because I'm constantly seeing that when I'm active and I'm moving, you know, and I pay attention to it. So that's another way. The color thing is very, very easy to do. I'm going to see 3 people with this color shirt on within a 7-day period, and they're going to say something or do something very profound for me to notice their presence in my vicinity within this 7-day period. If I am to do X, Y, and Z, but you can do whatever the fuck you want. So that's stupid to put that on there, like a cap on your thought form. It is if it's a probable, you always say probable, for the highest good of my highest happiness and the highest good of all around me, which is even more powerful and would assist people for their highest good. Show me this within a 7-day period. Boom. You're going to get the ideas. You're going to get so many ideas. So that's why you do have to use the rule of cap, which is within this 7-day period from here. Now you're talking to your soul, your higher self, God, whatever you believe in, that is of a good divineness, because you can talk to whatever you want and you don't know what's talking about. And don't say it out loud. It's just thought form. Nobody can read your mind. Okay? No one. Because the mind is constantly changing. And as soon as somebody thinks they have you figured out, or you think somebody is guilty of something, you find out you're wrong. Okay? It's just the brain anatomy. So that's why you must be grounded and stable when you ask this for the 7-day period. And you do need to understand I might write a book on this, actually, because this is how you get answers when you start to get into asking. Because we have so many people who pray. They go to church every Sunday. They ask forgiveness. What are you focusing on? You're focusing on the fact that you're a sinner and you're a piece of shit. That is what religion teaches you, to keep you within it. And they're all cults. I don't care what you think. Every single religion is a cult-like structure. That is what they are based upon. Now, originally, some were not. But it became what? Prime real estate. Okay? Location. Thought form. Business. Monarchy style. Okay? So everything starts out great. Then it can become what? Muddy. Okay? So this is how you clear your mind, and you ask for assistance from the higher. Okay? Self, this and that. What is it best? And people will not ask themselves this and do all this research. What time should I do this and this and this and this? Because this is not a ritual. This is not a fucking spell. This is just using your fucking brain. Okay? You get a frontal lobe. You get a fucking left and right hemisphere, motherfucker, for a reason. Use the X. Okay? Cross ping. Just see what happens. how you get confirmation. And it might freak you out, especially if you were like me, to where you didn't believe in any of this. Like, I mean, I wouldn't have called myself atheist when I was a little girl. But I just thought this was a bunch of bullshit because of things that I experienced, things that I seen. And it was really good that I didn't talk until I was almost 4. Because if I would have told everybody I would have been committed probably. Because I would have told so much about everybody's lies and bullshit. Because I was an observer, okay? So basically this is an observation of yourself and how to get confirmation yourself. And you will know when it happens. It's just like they say, you'll know when you meet your person. Okay. Well, you won't meet your person until you are a full person. Till you know who the fuck you are. That's all I have, and I said the F-bombs. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Bye.